Bitcoin is about to have a legendary move. What I'm going to share with you today could make or save you a ton of money. Also in today's video, we're going to get into Ethereum because Ethereum is in a critical move that could be about to surprise a lot of folks. Also in today's video, we're going to give a special shout out to a crypto YouTuber and who we select, I believe, is going to take you by surprise. We're also going to discuss our year-end Bitcoin prediction chart and the latest and greatest on that. But we've got to start with this chart right in front of you. And welcome in. Hope you're having a beautiful day. My name is Steve, founder and CEO of Crypto Career University, home of the most game-changing crypto courses, the courses that you're going to pick up for the holiday season to change the course of your family's future. Now, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, join the movement. Our growing community is incredible, and this is going to be your new favorite channel. This is where you're going to come to get some no BSTA that you finally understand, that you really connect with. So welcome in, everybody. Hit that thumbs up button. It's great to see you. We're going to start right here. We have a lot to cover, so get buckled up. We are underway. What we're going to cover here first and foremost is I want to get you on the same page for this legendary move because these don't come around too often. We're looking at a weekly chart for Bitcoin right now, and down here we have the HV, the historical volatility. Take a look at this. Over the past 2 years, anytime we've been below that 40 level in the past 2 years for Bitcoin, we've had an explosive move each of the 6 times. It doesn't happen very often. 6 times over the past 2 years, we just peaked below. What happened before? Well, back in November 2018, we plummeted from over 6,600, well below 4,000, down to about 3,100. Then this next time we were below here, we moved up about 256%. As soon as we drop down here, the volatility is very low. It's the calm before the storm. But now you have this indicator at your fingertips and you can follow along at home because Bitcoin is getting ready for a legendary move. I'm going to prepare you for exactly what to watch for, and it's going to be things that people aren't really watching. So you're going to be far ahead of the herd. It's going to save you a ton of money and make you a ton of money. But let's be clear, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Look what happened with this time. Bitcoin was up here. Everybody was calling for the moon. We were down here, historical volatility, and we plummeted. These pieces down here, when Bitcoin is below this 40 level, a major move happens directly after, and this one happens to be quite legendary with how things are shaping up. Now, the fear and greed, right? A lot of the haters come on here and they say, Steve, fear and greed is ridiculous. They try to spread some poo-poo on the fear and greed. But look, over the past couple of years, this has helped us accurately predict the market to a T. So we have to respect it. Over the course since March 2020, basically all through coronavirus, we have been in a pretty monumental move to the upside with the fear and greed index. Now peaking out at 90. 90 happens to be where we double topped. We'll show you this right here. 90 is where we've had a short-term double top. We want to get above that, and we don't want to go this low that we've created here with 82. But what does it tell us about the monumental move? Because there's just a legendary move that's coming. And when we're down here in the extreme greed, it's not a great sign for the next few months for Bitcoin. But what does it tell us? Plain and simple, we could have another leg up if we get above this 90, but then we're going to run into some trouble. Now, in the big picture, I just want to paint the very clear picture because a bunch of months ago, we were over here in this fear, and everyone called for the price to go down in Bitcoin. And I said, look, this is where you want to be buying Bitcoin. Now we're on the other end of the spectrum. We're in extreme greed, and everyone is calling for us to skyrocket for the next couple of years. But look, nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. It may be time for a pullback. We need to dig into these other charts and then it will become crystal clear. But plain and simple, if we do continue up in price, it will be one leg up and then we will be due for a nice healthy correction that will not ruin our uptrend. Bitcoin is destined to make a new all-time high, but the key is when. Now, flashing back to last week, we pointed out these green price zones, right? You remember last week's video? We just peeked our head above here. In the past, we got rejected by these green price zones. But luckily for you, I gave you a secret chart in last week's video, and I said this secret chart will let you know if and when we will get a rejection and see a healthy pullback. I gave you this chart here and I said the NVT is the key to this. Watching the NVT will let you know what to expect with the price to a T. Anytime we change from red to white, there is a pretty healthy, substantial correction. This one was about 56%. This one was even more. This was a major correction. Anytime we see a change from red to white, it's a very major correction. And we said, watch it like a hawk. If we change to white, you know the correction is here. However, if we stay in red, price will continue to rise. It's that simple. That's what we stated in last week's video, because previously when we stayed in red, we went on a pretty legendary rally. Okay, so watch this like a hawk. If we continue in red, Bitcoin will continue to rise. If we change to white, be very careful for a nice healthy pullback, and you better be ready to jump into the market because it will be a very legendary opportunity. All right, so now we're going to plow through a couple other charts. I want to get to Ethereum. I want to show you a deeper dive into Bitcoin's year-end prediction, and then we're going to really look at the big picture in Bitcoin and narrow it down to this legendary move. So it's going to help you save a lot of money or make a ton of money, and I hope it's both. Before we get to that, I want to read you a quick review from Chase, because Chase may be a lot like you. Chase was hesitant to sign up to my courses, right? Chase said, quote, "I was hesitant to purchase the courses because when something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. I decided to bite the bullet. This is hands down the best purchase I could have possibly made for myself with crypto." And he went on to have his first trade be 81%. So this holiday season, you've been thinking about signing up to the courses. It'll be the best time of your life to sign up to the courses this holiday season. I have something enormous planned. Wink, wink. Stay tuned. Oh, by the way, CryptoCrewUniversity.com, you can go scope them out right now. Ethereum. If you watch our channel, I'm pretty high on Ethereum. I've been high on Ethereum for a very long time, and when Ethereum was less than $200 on this channel, we called it really undervalued. And I still believe right now Ethereum is at 461. I still believe Ethereum is undervalued, and here's why. Look at the market structure. The market structure is incredibly bullish. It's the most bullish activity we've seen on Ethereum in many years, okay? Dating back to, well, 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, December, Christmas time, 2018, you can see we created our low. Then we created our high. Then we created a higher low, and we have just created a higher high. And on our recent video, we do not give a lot of trade alerts, but we gave a trade alert for Ethereum. We said, look, if we stay above 350, you don't have a lot of risk if we break 350, right? The risk is very low if you put your stop right down here, because if we break this, as we said in the video, it's likely that we're going to go significantly lower. But the upside is substantial. You don't have a lot of risk to the downside, and the reward to the upside is substantial. Just looking at the big picture, this 350 area, we said it dated back to June 2017. It's been major support and resistance for years. and we're holding it as support for the first time in years. First time in years we've held it for support since April 2018. Okay, so this, I still believe Ethereum is destined for a continuation move to the upside, especially next year. I believe next year Ethereum could even reach all-time highs, which is a pretty substantial move from where we are here. But just looking at the trends, everything, the trend is your friend. When you're looking at the charts, draw a trend line. You want to get 3 touch points. We have 1, 2, 3 here, and again, you can move into even a channel here and just connecting these highs, and suddenly you have a beautiful channel that the RSI has been moving in a weekly time frame, dating back since May 2018. And we're going to continue to see that. We've continued to create higher highs. We've continued to create higher lows. Over the next 3 to 6 months, we will see a retest of this low here. People will freak out, but not you. And again, we just had a stochastic weekly cross up in Ethereum. A lot of momentum in Ethereum. After catching critical support. What does that tell you? It tells you Ethereum is very strong right now. I still believe it's very undervalued. Great things to come for Ethereum. Year-end chart, year-end prediction for Bitcoin. This is a chart we showed you a handful of weeks ago. Are we on target? Woo! You better believe we are. A handful of weeks ago, I believe Bitcoin was hanging out at maybe 12,000 or so. And we pointed out this chart and we said, look, by New Year's Eve, according to this chart, according to this pattern, we should see Bitcoin around 17,800. There are so many ways that these correlate, dating back to 2013. These are yearly candles which you don't see very often in the charts, which is why you come to my channel, to see the big picture, to understand things through a different lens and finally get it. So hit that subscribe button right now, join the movement. If you're on a phone, just turn it vertical, look for the subscribe button, hit it, join the movement, hit the thumbs up. So we just had this 3 key candlestick pattern. 1, 2, and 3. We're in this pattern right now. We're in the 2016 pattern, and the 2016 pattern closed up to the high of the wick of this candle, which happened to be this candle. The 2014 correlates to the 2018, just like the 2016 correlates to this candle that we're in here in 2020, right? So it's a beautiful formation. We are right on track. We are right on track. We were around 12 or 13 last time we pointed this out. Now we're around 15.5, and things are looking good. It looks like we are repeating history. New Year's Eve, hopefully, we'll have right around $18,000 Bitcoin or just below that. And again, we called for a legendary move. Now we're going to break it down into simple context so you can easily be far ahead of the herd. Because so far we understand, okay, there's a monumental move coming. There's a legendary move coming. There's only been 6 of these in 2 years. We get it. Now we understand it could be one potential leg up and then running into some issues with a nice healthy pullback. We understand that. We looked into further charts to say, okay, the MVT is going to tell us when the direction changes. If prices start to reverse and head down, this will change to white and signal a major warning sign. We understand that Ethereum is looking incredibly healthy, still undervalued, but a beautiful textbook market structure which should propel us a lot higher, especially next year. We understand we're on target for our year end. Now let's put it together with a couple other indicators. So price, we understand the 12K. In fact, we don't give a lot of trade alerts on this channel, but we gave one with the 12K level being significant, with looking left and seeing the history of 12K dating back all the way to this candle in November 2017, 3 years ago. So 12K was significant. We are above that now. It's highly likely at some point in the near future, we will come back and retest 12K. Near future for our channel is not in the next 4 minutes. It's not in the next day. Near future in our channel is in the next handful of months. It's likely we're going to come back and play with 12K. It's also likely that we're going to hold it as support. It's also likely that it's going to be bought up very quickly and we won't spend a lot of time at 12K. It'll be a very short-lived 12K. There'll be blood in the streets. People will panic. It'll be bought up quick and prices will be back around this price before you know it and even higher. Now for the legendary move. Legendary moves don't come around too often. When you have this market structure, when you're destined to create a new all-time high, it's a beautiful market structure. We have a low down here in December 2018. We have a higher low here. We have a high here and a higher high. It's beautiful. It's just like Ethereum. Ethereum is even a little bit more beautiful, I would say, but both are relatively similar. It's a great thing to see. You've been patient. You probably got into Bitcoin, around 15,000, I would say, between 15 and 20. It's highly probable that you got into Bitcoin then, and you've kind of been trying to figure out what the hell's going on for the past couple of years. You've come to my channel, you've learned a lot, and you've learned market structure. You've learned so many skills each week, and now you're going to be far ahead of the curve with this next monumental move. I would also like to point out what I'm just seeing here now. This is an indecision candle, right? Coming off of a nice rally, we still have 4 days before this closes. But if this closes similar to what it is now on the weekly, this tells you that a continuation is underway. But again, we still have 4 days and 14 hours for this candle to close. But this is a pause in the market. There's a little bit of tug of war and then a continuation. It generally happens, but again, still 4 days for it to close. What I will tell you is I want you to watch a few things. The Stochastic Rsi. We do not want to have a weekly cross down of the Stochastic Rsi. As you've known from watching my channel, anytime we have a weekly cross down, prices plummet, plain and simple. You want to watch the MVT. Don't let it turn white. If we want to see a leg up, it will be, generally speaking, one leg up, and then we should run into some more problems. The RSI is also telling us the same. What we want to see out of the weekly RSI is a higher high. We've created this, I believe it's around, you can see here, 80-ish, 81. So right around 80-ish on the weekly, we've ran into a short-term double top. We want to create a higher high here, higher than this 80-ish. We've created a low in December, a higher low in March of 2020. We want to see this, so if we do get one more leg up, it will be a beautiful market structure. Now let me paint a very clear picture. There's two ways this is going to play out. Both of them are incredible for you if you stay level-headed. Let me paint a very clear picture so with it, no matter what scenario plays out, you're going to be able to dominate. Scenario number one, Bitcoin has another leg up. People in the market go crazy. They start calling for astronomical numbers. Everyone gets really anxious, but if we do have another leg up, on the fear and greed, we're going to be nearly maxed out. You're going to be smarter than the herd. You're going to know that that leg up was it, and we're about to have a retracement, which you stay patient. You watch our channel. We're going to look for the bottom in that. I do have a handful of tricks up my sleeve that you'll be able to take advantage of, so make sure you follow right now and do not miss it, because if we have a nice healthy retracement, which it's very likely we will, if we have another leg up, it's going to be bought up very quickly, and it will be the most legendary opportunity, because when it gets bought up quickly, there's going to be so much momentum for the next leg after that, that it's more than likely that will be the leg to really push us around 20K. So pay close attention. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two is the market turns now, catches people by surprise, and we have a weekly stochastic cross down. The MVT turns white. People panic. There's blood in the streets. People are wondering what to do, but not you. You've expected a move like this. You know that it's healthy. You know that we're a little bit overextended. You know the stochastic Rsi is close to a cross down, and you're going to stay level-headed and be prepared for a legendary buying opportunity. One that doesn't come around too often, one that's going to be bought up very quickly, and one that will likely push us up towards our all-time high over the next handful of months. That's what I want you to be prepared for. No matter the situation, both of them require you to be level-headed, not follow the herd, and get ready for a buying opportunity. Please pay close attention to this. If you miss the boat and for whatever reason you are not in the market, these opportunities come around once in a while where you have a beautiful market structure. I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks to stay ahead of the curve, but you got to stay level-headed. For me, in my strategy and my students, we could care less if the market goes up, down, sideways, right, left, backwards, forwards. We have a strategy in place. For you, I'm teaching you discipline. I'm teaching you how to look at the market and stay level-headed and not pay attention to the herd and only look at the facts. But the facts are screaming that there's a legendary opportunity coming. It's very likely that in the next couple months we're going to have a beautiful, healthy pullback that will catch a lot of people by surprise. People will expect us to go a lot lower, and we won't. It'll be bought up quickly, and we're going to go a lot higher. So that is what I want you to be prepared for, because maybe you missed the boat and maybe you don't watch our channel. You didn't know about 12K. You didn't know about Ethereum at 200, or you're not my student and you didn't buy all the way down here at 4,000. If those scenarios didn't happen, you watch my channel now and you're going to be buttoned up for the future. But the market structure is looking great. This is a very, very healthy market structure, the healthiest that we've seen in the crypto markets in years. So it's time to stay level-headed. Now, I want to get into a couple other things. We're going to get into Steve's secrets to success. We have a crypto YouTuber to shout out that's going to catch you by surprise. And I want to share with you this new background that you are seeing here. So all of that, let me know in the comments down below what you think about the charts. But the key is, again, watch the NVT. If it changes white, we're in trouble. If we have a weekly stochastic cross down and we turn to white, the next move is going to be a very healthy pullback, and it'll be there'll be some blood in the streets. So again, NVT and watch the HV like a hawk. Those two things will separate you from the herd. Now on to Steve's secrets to success. Real quick, CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, the holiday season's coming up. This will be hands down your best purchase ever, ever, ever. We've changed so many lives. We put so much tension and focus, energy and effort into our courses, and that's why they're significantly better than everything else out there. Hands down. So you can go check out the gold and the diamond. Those are the top sellers by far. Those are the ones that are going to put you on a path to success. So CryptoCrewUniversity.com, if you haven't already, go get your free course. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the page. Scoop up your free course right now. Okay, on to Steve's secrets to success. First and foremost, a shout out to everybody who's my student. We have something major coming. I've been telling you that I've been working on something behind the scenes 9 or 10 months, 7 days a week, nonstop. In a relatively short time from now, I'm going to send out an email to test one of the things I've been working on for free. There's a short period that you'll be able to test it. You're going to fall in love with it. I want to get some feedback, but there's only a limited number of people that will be able to get to it. So you better watch your email like a hawk. Something is coming very, very soon. Wink, wink. That was probably a terrible wing, but you get the point. Now, oh, this new place. You probably noticed a new background. We just moved, I believe it was 2 days ago. So unfortunately, coronavirus has really taken a toll. It's so difficult to travel. So many countries were supposed to be opened like 5 months ago. We keep signing short-term leases with the Airbnb, and then countries are supposed to open and then they delay, or countries are supposed to open and then they delay till next year, and then countries are about to open and then, you know. So unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here, but you have a nice new view. Welcome in. Now, Steve's Secrets to Success. Okay, if you're new here, Steve's Secrets to Success is arguably my favorite part of the show. It's where I get to give some things that have happened to me or for me or against me that have really helped me in life get to where I wanted to go, coming from the mud where I came from, where I'm not supposed to succeed, I'm not supposed to be successful, I'm not supposed to be sitting here today. Everybody's counted me out, just like Bitcoin. Everybody has counted Bitcoin out, not in the community, outside the community. They call it a fraud, a scam, a pyramid scheme, only for drug money, yada, yada, yada. I'm an underdog, Bitcoin is an underdog, you're an underdog, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. So, Steve's Secrets to Success today is about dedication and habit. I believe these two things are some of the most critical things that have really helped me get to where I am today. Dedication and habit. So for me, habit is so important. Every day you brush your teeth, but you don't think about brushing your teeth. It's a habit. Every day you put on your shoes. You don't think about putting on your shoes. It's a habit. Those things that you can ingrain in your brain as a habit can propel you past so many people to get to where you want to go. For example, dedication also. Dedication for me is paramount. Over the past 6 years, and this is something that I really thought about recently because I wasn't even really looking at it, but over the past 6 years, I haven't taken a day off. I haven't taken a day off. I've been my own boss for, I don't know, 9 years. Over the past 6 years, no day off. I was working on the day my son was born, the day I was married. If I see my mom once or twice a year, I take her on vacation, and she knows I have to work every day. It's a habit. It's ingrained in me. I've got that dedication and the habit. So, and you may say, well, Steve, how about when once in a while you don't do a YouTube video? I'm still working on the company. I still have to be there for my team. I have to be there for my company. It's a habit. When you have a habit and you have that dedication, whatever you want to do in life, you've got that goal, you've got that dream in life that you want, that you connect with, and create a habit, something that you do every day, no matter rain or shine or snow or tornado or whatever happens. You do that habit and you keep moving closer to your goal, closer to your goal, closer to your goal, and you'll jump everybody else because they don't have the habit. They don't know how to create the habit. Now you're going to create the habit because you've got that discipline and the habit and that dedication. And this goes back for me all the way to childhood. I had nearly a full-time job in high school, all through high school. I never called in sick. I didn't take a day off. I had 2 jobs all through college. I never called in sick. I never took a day off. And I still had time to throw a whole bunch of crazy parties. So you have to have your priorities in line. I knew my priorities: discipline, dedication, focus, habit, and I can still have my fun. I can still have my fun. But that's where you start to separate. So take your goal, break it into one habit that you want to do every day. Something small that you want to do every day, and build it into a habit. And then you can build that habit into whatever you want. And you'll achieve something significantly more important than you ever dreamed of. Mark my words. So that's today's Steve's Secrets to Success. And now we have a shout out. So we don't do a ton of shout outs on this channel. Maybe we will do more if you guys enjoy them. I think they're kind of cool. This one comes from a YouTuber that maybe you will be surprised that I'm giving this person a shout out. So this person is, well, let me put up the channel. So this is Crypto for You. 164 subscribers. Hopefully we can get Anthony, his name is Anthony, to 200 subscribers. I think our community can do it, but I want to do that today. This person is 13 years old, very smart. You can watch their videos, and they are a student of mine. They got permission from their mom and dad to be able to take my courses. They took my courses, they just fell in love, and they started a YouTube channel. Anthony started his YouTube channel, and I've watched his videos, and he's phenomenal. It takes a lot of courage and guts to get up there at 13 years old. He's very well spoken. He understands the charts, the setups, the structure, and he does very well. So I wanted to give him a shout out. It's not too often you see somebody that's buttoned up and is a 13-year-old. So maybe you have a child that's 13, or you once had a child that's 13, and you will show some appreciation. And you know, Anthony does a great job at 13 years old. Anthony, this is for you, my friend, a fellow graduate of my program, and he's killing it. So shout out to Anthony. Now, we are finished with today's episode. That was a jam-packed episode. We covered so much information. I want you to watch the NVT and the HV like a hawk and be ready for that opportunity when opportunity comes. It doesn't come often, it doesn't come for long, but when experience and dedication meets opportunity, great things happen. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the thumbs up button. Share this video in one place, and be ready for the holiday season. CryptoCareerUniversity.com, whether you're a student or not, is going to have the biggest thing in company history to ever happen, and it's going to happen in this holiday season, and you better be ready because it's going to be ridiculously huge, something that'll be life-changing. So stay tuned for that. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.